It's been 1 week since deadly fires broke out across California.
Tonight we have stories of residents who are affected and those trying to lend a helping hand. See It Live starts now. Firefighters are still battling fires at both ends of the state. Good evening, I'm Charlotte Scott.
And I'm JP DeBoo. The Camp and Woolsey Fires are the biggest fires. President Trump will be paying a visit to California this Saturday to see the damage firsthand. Up north, the Camp Fire is now the deadliest in the state's history. As of this morning, it has taken the lives of 56 people, with 300 others still missing. The fire is 40% contained and has already burned 140,000 acres. More than 10,000 structures have been destroyed. And as of earlier today, the Woolsey Fire had taken 3 lives and is now 50% contained. More than 98,000 acres have burned, and more than 400 structures have been destroyed. There are still several evacuation centers that are available to people who have lost their home or can't go back just yet. These centers are at Cal Lutheran, Pierce College, Taft Charter High School, and Palisades Charter High School.
One community that was hit hard by the Woolsey Fire is Malibu. Annenberg Media's Marcela Valdivia spoke to residents in the affected areas.
The sound of crashing waves in Malibu has turned into ongoing sounds of sirens from fire trucks. The Woolsey Fire that broke out last Thursday has several homes in ashes. One landlord on Doom Canyon Road was able to save his home from the flames.
I was prepared. I had about 25,000 gallons of water and 2 pumps and some very brave tenants who ran buckets when we ran out of water.
Another resident on Mulholland Highway evacuated on Sunday and was surprised to see his house standing amid so much destruction.
And coming to terms with what happened in this whole entire area it's a major disaster. So, it's time to start the healing process, but I don't think we're there yet.
For families that stayed in their homes, the American Red Cross is driving up and down the canyons, providing vans full of resources.
We're giving out rakes, sifters, cleaning kits. These guys need stuff to mostly survive because their houses are still there. So we're bringing them water. They wanted ice, so we're going to try and get some ice for them and check in with them. We got their contact info.
People who wish to help residents affected by the wildfires can text 90999 and type in Red Cross to make a $10 donation. For Annenberg Media, I am Marcela Valdivia.
Newly elected Malibu council member Mike Pearson was one of the few who stayed behind to battle the fires. Minutes before the evacuation orders were lifted this afternoon, his wife shared her excitement about returning home.
Just devastated for my community. My husband's just got elected city council member on Tuesday, and Thursday or Friday morning we're running for our lives, for fire, and this is our community. My husband and my son stayed and saved a lot of houses in our community, and he's been just driving every day trying to see what kind of damage has happened and making lists of things that he can do that he knows he can improve.
Pepperdine University's Malibu and Calabasas campuses will be closed until after their Thanksgiving break because of the Woolsey Fire. Malibu's roads are very quiet right now. LA County officials blocked many intersections, including the entrance to Pepperdine and Malibu's Country Mart shopping center. Many roads are only open to residents, emergency vehicles, and trucks passing throughout the city. The days and times roads will be open is still to be determined. LA County's Department of Public Works is regularly updating the road's closure site. Our reporter Susie Placencia talked with 2 USC students who had to evacuate their homes in Topanga and Malibu.
Students Harrison Stutz and Rachel Swimmer grabbed their belongings and pets, then fled upon receiving word that the fire was approaching their homes.
It just felt completely hopeless, not hopeless, helpless, for myself at least, because I was out here. I couldn't drive down to Malibu if I tried because PCH was such a mess, and it's not like I could really do. Everyone can help fight the fire, I guess, but there's nothing I could really do with a fire this size. So it was definitely just helpless. I counted on my friends to help me take my mind off it. We saw a movie, we went out, we just had a good time, just to try to think about anything else.
It's intense. I just keep on praying that the fire is controlled, that people are not harmed any more than they already are, that everything's okay. I keep on thinking about how grateful I am that I have a place to go and that I got to save all of my babies. Could not be more grateful to USC for the support they've given me.
It is still unclear when Harrison and Rachel will be able to return to their homes.
Firefighters from several western states have been battling the fires in Southern California. They say weather conditions have contributed to the difficulty.
The tactic is to try and anchor the fire so it doesn't spread. You try and take lines along either side of the flank to try and keep it a narrow path. And then we have aircraft that can drop water ahead of the fire. So that's typically what happens. But when it's driven by winds that are such of a high speed as what we experienced, it's very hard to keep embers from being cast, up to a mile down from where we are. So it's a very broad and wide area that we're trying to protect. And then the area that it was in was kind of, there's canyons and steep terrain and topography that created issues where we could gain access as well as to put a stop to it. The scope of this incident is enormous, and we are getting assistance from other agencies. I think that because the winds have significantly died down, I think we've made tremendous progress. I believe the last statistic was we were at 55% containment. I think those numbers will rise as of today as we have the benefit of lighter winds and we can get more containment at that. So I think the worst part is most definitely over.
The sorority Kappa Alpha Theta's national charity is CASA, which stands for Court-Appointed Special Advocates. The foundation's goal is to make sure abused or neglected children in the U.S. can be safe and have a permanent home. This year, half of CASA proceeds will go to a different cause.
This year we kind of decided to do something different for Theta Late Night. Marissa is the director of Theta Late Night, and she actually had this idea to donate our money to the wildfires.
Right, yeah. So the program's California Wildlife Relief Program, and with all the fires going on right now, it just kind of seemed insensitive not to have it involved in our philanthropy. So we're going to be able to give half of our donations and ticket sales to this to the program and hopefully help those who are affected by the fires.
The fires have also sparked support from individual students on campus. Senior Erica Winger is one of the owners of a bracelet company for nonprofits and is using her resources to help fire victims.
Makana is a platform for nonprofits to be able to come to our site and fundraise through products. What we're doing right now is we're raising money for fire recovery, and we're giving 100% of net proceeds from all our sales to fire recovery. So I have 2 relief bracelets, one for my sleepaway camp and then one for the fire, Los Angeles Fire Department. And it's like a constant reminder, I think. That's the beauty of bracelets, you wear them usually every day, and you can look down and remember, the hard times, but also that you made it through and that there are better times ahead.
There are many ways people can help first responders and victims. The LAFD has asked that there be no donations of non-perishable food items. Other options to help are available. The best way to help is to donate money and gift cards to first responders. You can also volunteer, open your home to fire victims, or donate specific items to charities such as the VCA and Red Cross. To help those affected by the wildfires, visit redcross.org and call 1-800-RED-CROSS or text CA Wildfires to 90999 to make a donation. The VCA.
Many celebrities have been affected by the fires. Some have taken to social media. Posts have ranged from showing damaged homes to thanking responders to helping find people. Liam Hemsworth posted this photo of what is left of his home in Malibu. He had encountered words for the Malibu community and along with wife Miley Cyrus, donated $500,000 to the relief efforts. Khloe Kardashian tweeted her thanks to the first responders for saving people's lives, pets, homes, and communities. James Woods provided aid to those with missing friends, family, and pets. Over the past week, people have been using the hashtags Campfire and Woolsey Fire.
This season of California wildfires has devastated neighborhoods and wildlife, and the estimated cost of rebuilding these areas are slowly increasing. According to the California Department of Insurance, the Camp and Woolsey Fire are expected to cost $19 billion for the state, insurers, and homeowners. This summer, the Carr and Mendocino fires cost $845 million, and last year's Atlas, Tubbs, Mendocino, and Thomas fires totaled $12 billion. I spoke to Megan Condren, whose home was burned down by the Tubbs fire in Sonoma County just a year ago.
We were insured appropriately, But for people who were not, the financial toll will be extreme because they have had to pay money out of pocket just to build the house that they used to have. And certainly, some people lost their workplace and their home. That was not our situation, but that would certainly be a huge impact. For us, for now, our insurance was pretty good to work with, so we didn't feel financial impact as much as we felt emotional impact.
The California Department of Insurance will have more concrete numbers as these fires are put out.
There are certain supplies that are important to have in case of a fire in your area. People affected by the fires have been flooding hardware stores and stocking up. Things like face masks, hoses, water, and respirators have been flying off the shelves. Franklin's Hardware in Woodland Hills even sold out of hoses last week.
Saturday came and we just had lines at the register of people just like, who didn't want to be outside without those masks and who needed to hose down certain things. And it's been fairly busy. People should just kind of have this stuff for the next time. They should be buying face masks. They should be buying, gallons of water. They should have a hose. They should have flashlights for sure. They should be prepared.
Even though this area is no longer in immediate danger, residents have still been buying supplies to protect themselves.
The Camp Fire has officially become the deadliest wildfire in California history, with 56 reported deaths. Let's take a look at some of the biggest fires in terms of deaths and acres burned. The Griffith Park Fire in 1933 resulted in 29 deaths. In the 1991 Tunnel Fire in Alameda, 25 people died. 22 people were killed in the 2017 Tubbs Fire in Napa and Sonoma. The 2003 Cedar Fire in San Diego claimed 15 lives. In terms of acreage, the Mendocino Complex Fire in July was a record 459,000 acres. Last year's Thomas Fire in Santa Barbara was 281,000. Just behind that was the Cedar Fire in San Diego in 2003 at 273,000. The Rush Fire in Layson burned down 271,000 acres in 2012. This year's Camp Fire is currently ranked the 19th largest in California history at 140,000.
Hundreds of schools remain closed this week due to poor air quality from the smoke of both the Woolsey and Camp Fires. Conejo Valley, Las Virgenes, and Oak Park Unified School Districts are all closed this week because of the Woolsey Fire. Pepperdine University in Malibu and California State University Channel Islands have also shut down their campuses. In Northern California, all 126 schools in the San Francisco Unified School District will be closed tomorrow, November 16th, due to poor air quality. Many universities in Northern California were closed today, including Santa Clara University, University of California, Davis, and San Francisco State.
The Bonfire, traditionally held at USC's Conquest event before the UCLA football game, has been canceled this year, according to the Student Affairs and the Los Angeles Fire Marshal. The recent fires and poor air quality motivated the change in the ritual, as students will be allowed to throw pies at the UCLA Bruin Bear cutouts. USC and UCLA put out this joint letter this evening reading, "Out of respect for the tragedies of many Californian families have experienced over the last few weeks, both schools have agreed to forego the traditional bonfire at their pregame spirit rallies."
Our reporter Cecil Hannibal is live at a restaurant in Agora Hills that is serving free meals to those affected by the fires. Cecil?
They were told to evacuate on Friday due to the fires, but Saturday morning they were back open again, and they needed to help their community. Since then, they've raised over $50,000 on Venmo, and they've served food for over 2,000 people, right? I'm here with the manager right now. Come here, Adam.
How you doing?
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for what you're doing for your community. So tell me, why was it so important for you guys to stay open?
Well, I mean, I personally came out here Friday morning and just saw the devastation locally. It was so devastating to look around, see flames everywhere. All my friends, locals, the community, the regulars were just absolutely devastated by this, and knowing I couldn't even get access to the restaurant. I called them and we had the discussion on Friday and said, we know we can't open today, but as soon as we can get open, we'll try again. And there was one fire truck that was sitting right there waiting for the fire to get down, and it just felt right, and you know, talking to him the next day, he said, I'm going to open. You know, he was evacuated first thing. Marco, the owner, is just an amazing, inspiring human, and he's always been good to the community, and this was just a chance that he took, and he knew that he would do it, and they were so open and so excited to have him. Yeah.
So the chance he took, tell me, how does it feel to know that you guys have helped your community in such a special way?
Oh, it's incredible. You know, I mean, it's something that, you know, we've been doing for a long time. You know, making food is so simple, but it's something that for these guys who go for days and days sleeping in the dirt, and they don't even get a chance to eat a warm meal, and you know, the fact that we can provide that for them in one way or another, it's the least we can do, and it's beautiful. And seeing the reaction and hearing the stories, and just, you know, there's no better thing you could be doing right now.
So much for what you guys have done. Thank you for talking to us. Yeah, well, we're live here at Tavern 101. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Cecil. Thanks for watching See It Live. From everyone here at Annenberg Media, I'm JP Taboo.
And I'm Charlotte Scott. You can watch us on the web at uscannenbergmedia.com. Good night.